Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and helping us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up as you're watching. Today we are going to be talking about List Perfectly's newest update called Express Lister. This update is game changing. It will increase your productivity and your speed and the amount of listings you can accomplish and get done in a day. It is amazing. You do it on your phone or the computer, and we're going to go over all of it today and show you just how amazing it is. So you know that I'm not just sitting here saying, hey, sign up for List Perfectly with my code, Flippin' Hippos, and get 30% off your first month because this is game changing. I'm going to show you how game changing this is. If you have ever been on the fence and unsure if you wanted to sign up for List Perfectly before, this is your final sign from the universe that you need to be using List Perfectly. All right. So, like I said, you can do it from your phone or the computer. Most people do it from their phone because you're going to be doing it while you're taking photos. So, List Perfectly is not an app, but you can use it on your phone just like you would on your computer. You go to listperfectly.com, and you can even save this to your home screen as a shortcut on your phone, so you can just go right in. When you're on your phone, you're going to hit Express Lister at the bottom, and that will open up a new listing, and you'll go into where you want to start taking photos. And you'll take your photos, and when you're done with your photos, there's an orange button up here that says Listing Assistant, and you're going to click that. And that's what I'm going to show you on the computer, but this is how you would do it on the phone. You just go in like you're creating a new listing. You take all the photos of the item. You hit the Listing Assistant. It auto saves along the way, so it saves your photos, and then it saves the title and everything the Listing Assistant does. It does much more than the title. It is not AI. It is sort of AI, but it is a combination of a very small amount of AI and Google image search. So what Express Lister does is it takes the first 6 images that you've taken of that item, runs it through Google, and finds all the keywords and information. It also pulls from your photos. So like when I have a weight in, like if I have the item on scale in my photos, or the piece of jewelry or plush laying next to a ruler, it'll pull in the inches, it'll pull in the weight, it pulls in information off the tags as far as like the material, the date, the brand. You're going to see. This is just amazing. Again, I do it all on my phone. I sit down over here. I take a whole batch of photos. I run that Listing Expressor and I run the Express Lister and come over to my computer, and then I go to my catalog, and this is what it looks like. So these are all photos that I took and ran the Express Lister on my phone, and it saves it to my catalog. And when I sit down to list, this is what I'm looking at. I have all my photos here. This is the title it created for me. Handmade pearl and gold. See, I would need to change just some minor things. Sometimes it puts gold, and I know that my jewelry is costume jewelry, so I would change that to gold tone. This is what it adds in the description. It did say 16. It should be 12. So you will have to double check it, of course, because nothing is going to be ready for you to list without you double checking it with your own eyeballs just to be certain. So you saw me remove my backgrounds. I would adjust my picture, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to save the progress on that, and I'm going to come over here to the Express Lister on my computer. And what you can do on the computer that you cannot do on the phone is you can customize how your Express Lister is laid out. So if there's anything you don't want in your listing to be configured by the Express Lister, you would just hit the trash can on the left-hand side and delete that. You have to have images, a title, and a draft. You have to have that. You cannot get rid of that. But you can move these around in any order you want. You can do it here. In the main screen on the right-hand side, you see the 6 dots. You click on that and you drag it. Or you can do it over here on the left-hand side on these blue these blue, I want to call them icons, but the list here, you just click the same 6 dots and move it. So you can have them in any order you want, and you just play with it however and get it the way you want it to look, and you save it. Now you can use the listing expressor in your computer as well. So if you don't take the photos directly into List Perfectly on your phone, say you were someone who took them with your phone and saved them to your computer, you can go on your computer, and I did save some pictures here for us to play with today. We're going to do a plush, a shirt, a pair of jeans new with tags, a pair of overalls, and a piece of jewelry, just to show you. So again, you can do this on your phone. If I took the pictures of this raccoon on my phone, I could do this, or I could drag them in here on the computer. Either way, once the pictures are in there, you have to wait a second for them to load. This will turn orange up here. You press Listing Assistant. And here's the fun part. So Listing Assistant uses the first 6 images to generate your listing. For the best results, your images can include, and I would say should include, a label, a brand, and a size. Now, you get to choose the style of writing that Express Lister is going to use, and how much detail and how much information it's going to put into your listing. You can have just the facts, slightly funny, very funny, storyteller, verbose, professional, concise, antique or vintage, sports athletics, bookworm, or persuasive. So let's try. I've heard that the storyteller is good with Plush. So let's see. You launch it. It takes a couple seconds because it is running those 6 photos through the system and the Google image. So the title it came up with using the storyteller: Douglas Cuddle Toys Raccoon Plush Stuffed Animal 2014. It's brown and white. It's polyester. It didn't fill in the price or the size because these aren't jeans or something with size on the size tag. The brand is Douglas. This charming raccoon plush from Douglas Cuddle Toys is a delightful companion. See, this is too verbose for me, but you do you. That's why there's so many choices. You can choose what you want your listing to sound like. For me, I don't like really verbose, over-the-top, commercially sales guy descriptions. I like very concise, succinct, but you can find one that works for you and use that. Don't keep doing the same listing over and over, because you do get 1,000 a month. That's 30 a day. So if you do 30 listings a day, you'll be fine and you won't run out. But if you're going to sit and play with this, I would say do a different voice for each new listing you're making until you find the voice that you like. And you can go in when you're building your listing in here and change it how you want it to be. So if I was to leave this and I don't like this, you can just play with it. If you're going to sit here and decide which voice is going to be the best for you, that's how I would recommend you to do it when you're first getting started with Express Lister. Make as many listings as there are voices and try a different voice for each listing. When you find the one you like, you can just use that. And if you didn't like it, you can change what it put in here for you and edit that before you make it live on any selling platform. But that way you're not blowing through 30 of your 1,000 available on your very first listing because you're playing around. There's a reason why I waited until June 28th to make this video, because Monday's the 1st and we don't work the weekends. You guys know that we take our Saturdays and Sundays off. So today is Friday. For me, technically, it's the last work day of the month of June. And I have 652 still available for me. So I can sit here in this video and play around with this and show you as much as I like and use those up. And come Monday morning, it resets back to 1,000. So that's why I actually waited till today to record this video. I have been using this for about 2 or 3 weeks now. I absolutely love it. Like I said, it is a game changer. But I didn't want to blow through any of my possible 1,000 available listings until the end of the month. So we're going to sit here and we're going to play with it a whole bunch. Let's do the men's shirt. I'll load those photos in real quick for you. And it does pull from the first 6, but I like them to be in the order I would actually have them in the listing. So it's pulling the information in the order I like it. I don't know if that really makes a difference, but in my mind it does. So we tried Storyteller. Let's just try Very Funny and see what that does. It's generating the details. That does take a moment. So what I do when I'm waiting for this, normally, like I said, I'm on my phone and I'm taking photos. So after I click that, while I'm waiting for that to go through, I take the piece of jewelry I just worked on, I put it in this little bag, I mark the number on it for the SKU line, and then I get the next piece of jewelry out and ready for its photo. And by then I'm ready to start snapping. With jeans, it's the same thing. That's spinning around. I can get the next pair of jeans folded and nice and ready for its photo. There's like time in between each photo for me where I'm setting up the next one, and that's where that's running. You kind of have to get into a new rhythm or routine, but it's really easy to do that. So this is a Woolrich men's extra large button-up plaid shirt, 100% cotton, outdoor casual comfort. Step up your dad joke game with this classic Woolrich plaid shirt. This funny one is funny. They're not kidding. Step up your dad joke game with this classic Woolrich plaid shirt. It is so comfy, you'll think it's a hug from a lumberjack. Again, that's not for me, but if that's what you want to do, or maybe you sell in a category where that would make sense. Maybe you sell gifts or joke things. I don't know. Here's your keywords. I didn't show you those on the raccoon, but it does come up with all these keywords as well for you, so that's good. And I'm just going to go to a new listing, and we will try a comic. So we got the pictures in there. It's loading them, and we'll have to wait till this turns orange. This part's a little faster on your phone than the computer because you're taking the pictures, and by the time you're done with the pictures and you go back out to the main screen, this is already orange for you. Let's try, with a comic book, let's try professional. And again, this does take a second. When you're sitting at your computer and watching it, of course, it feels like it's forever. But if you're taking photos, if you're doing batch work like I teach you guys how to do, you're setting up for your next photo while this is working. Also, depending on what you're listing is how fast this goes and how many photos you have. If it's something more obscure, it's going to take a little bit longer for it to find it. This is an Alien versus Predator versus the Terminator comic book. This comic book collection includes issues 1 through 4 of the Alien versus Predator versus the Terminator series, featuring intense action and unique crossovers. Crossovers with popular franchises, original comic book series, collectible item, and then you have your keyword. I don't like that it doesn't include the year, but that's what your templates are for. Combination of templates and the express lister is just, your listings are pretty much done for you by the time you've done taking your photos. I have a pair of jeans here, new tags. I just kind of wanted to see if it's going to pull the price off. We'll see. I haven't done any new tags jeans with the listing assistant yet. So, all right. You heard me call it the express lister, which it is, but the listing assistant is what you click when you're in here. So I may refer to it either way, or I may refer to it as the listing expresser, as I like to call it in real life when I'm not trying to be informative and teachy. The one I usually use is just the facts. So I'll show you that. I like just the facts or concise. Professional is good too if you like short, succinct things. But there's the funny one, the bookworm we're going to try next. A lot of my friends like that one. But again, you can play around with it. If you know you don't do 30 items a day, you can sit and play around with it for sure. But like I said, I recommend trying a different voice. That's what I call them. Different style for each new listing that you do until you find the one you like. You can always edit this and change anything. Silver jeans, sookie, skinny, crop, mid-rise, curvy, waist 25, length 25. Indigo, it says that. It has indigo as the color. The material is cotton polyester. The size. It didn't grab the price, even though that is here on the MSRP, but that's okay because I'm going to put my own price in, right? And I do put the MSRP in the description, not in the title. I think the title is really valuable real estate space, and you want to put your best foot forward there on your best keywords. But I do like to have the MSRP in the description box if I'm selling no tags, just so the buyer can see it. This is a fit, skinny crop, mid-rise, curvy, material, color, waist, and length. And then you got your keywords down here. All right, we're going to do one more together, just so you can see that. One more time. We're going to do, I have some overalls. No, we're going to do two more. I have a piece of jewelry too. So we'll do two more. Dun, 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 waiting for it to turn orange. So this, again, is just, it's amazing, especially if you're getting into a new category, new to you. Let's get this going while I talk. What do we want to pick? Bookworm. Let's try bookworm. Like, I'm still learning jewelry. So this enables me to get keywords and types of jewelry and pieces of jewelry that I maybe didn't learn yet, but now I know. It will fill in whatever kind of clasp the necklace has. And maybe I didn't know that term before, but now I do. And instead of me having to do the research or go through Google Images or look on eBay for hours, this does it for you. So if you do a lot of hard goods or one-offs or things that aren't familiar to you, if you're learning a new category, this is it. This is everything. Dream Out Loud by Selena Gomez. Denim overalls. It does say youth. It should be junior, size 3. I would just change that. Crafted from comfortable cotton. These denim overalls by Selena Gomez are a charming addition. This is still a little too verbose for me, but you may like it. Again, that's why they have so many choices. It's whatever you want. You're the seller. You make your listings. If you like really big, descriptive, verbose listings, you can have that. Or if you're like me and you just like the facts and some bullet points and being succinct, you can have that as well. Let's do the piece of jewelry real quick. And you can see that I can run these through like this before the background is even removed, and it's still getting all the information it needs, which is great. And then when I do it on my phone and come over to my catalog, I can remove those backgrounds as I'm building the listing. So just the facts on this piece of jewelry. I did like the funny one. The funny one is entertaining, but you know, I might do very funny for Plush because that would be cute. In fact, we may try the very funny one on the raccoon before I let you go. So this again says gold. It should be gold toned because this is costume jewelry. And faux pearl chain necklace. But I would just add those words in. That's fine. And you would want to go down here and make sure that it's not calling it gold where it shouldn't. When you sell costume jewelry, you always want to say gold tone or faux pearl because you don't want to promise the real thing. This is a screw clasp. That's something I learned. And then here's my keywords. So I do just kind of want to see what funny would do with little guy here with plushies. Because with plushies, you can be a little, I guess, cuter with your listings, I feel. For condition on all my plushies, I usually say gently loved. Not gently used or gently loved because they're animals. We love them. But it's up to you. Again, everyone is different and the way you list is different and how you want your listings to look and read to the buyer is going to be different than how I want mine. Soft and cuddly companion. That's cute. This adorable raccoon plush from Douglas Cuddle Toys is ready to sneak into your heart. Perfect for cuddles and mischief alike. It's your new furry friend. Oh my gosh, I do like this for plushies. The very funny for plushies is really cute. It has some more information here about the toy. That is really cute. So I maybe will be using funny for the plushies. So again, you just go in your computer to the Express Lister and you want to organize it however you want by customizing up here in the top right corner, and you grab the 6 dots either over here on the right or the left over here and rearrange those however you'd like. And I wanted to show you my catalog so you can see what they look like when I come over from my phone. I showed you that a little bit in the beginning, but just again, a couple more we can look at. This is what I come over to my computer when I'm done taking my photos. So all I have to do is bulk, remove the background, and start checking what it did for me. This is a vintage yellow beaded necklace, spring rain clasp. It has all this information. It put 18 inches, so it's only 11. Sometimes it reads my ruler wrong, and it could be that I'm using this one. Maybe if you have like a wooden one, it would read it better. But a lot of times it gets it right on the nose. It gets the weight sometimes. So I like this. I think it's pretty game changing. It is included with your List Perfectly Pro plan. This is part of List Perfectly Pro Plus. Anyone on the List Perfectly Pro plan right now gets List Perfectly Pro Plus for free. So any features that are on that come along with Pro. You get 1,000 listings, which is about 30 a month, and it all comes in the cost with your Pro. You can try it 30% off your first month with code FlippinHippos. I would recommend at least trying it, getting a month in, see what happens. You can get it for 30% off. There's no obligation or contracts with List Perfectly, so if you try it for that month and you don't like it, you can cancel and leave. I don't think you will, though. This has just been so game changing. If you watched my video last week about the mid-year check-in for our goals and how I was telling you guys that we are scheduled out 3 weeks ahead. We have 30 listings scheduled for the next 21 days. And then we have more stuff in our catalog just waiting to be built and waiting to be pushed out. This is why. Because I can sit and take pictures all day. And when I come over to my catalog, my listing is already 90 to 95% done for me. The only thing you need to do is just double check everything, make sure it's correct, add anything to your title you want. You can put your price in, but pretty much everything is done for you. I recommend at least trying it. At least try it for 1 month at that 30% off with my code FlippinHippos. There's no obligation. You can always leave, but try it. See how much more productive you are, how much more quick you are, how many more listings you can get done in a day. And the listing, the Express Lister isn't the only update. The List Perfectly Pro Plus that's included with your Pro price now includes Poshmark sharing and auto delisting. So you get your auto delisting, your Poshmark Closet shared, and this Express Lister. I don't know what I would do without it because it has just really increased even my productivity. So give it a try. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below. If you have any more questions about anything you saw today or need to see something else again, I'll be more than happy to help anyone. And if you want to learn anything else about List Perfectly or any of the other things it can do for you, because it's not just a cross poster. It is an inventory management system that cross posts, that builds your listings, that shares your Poshmark Closet, that ends your listings for you. It does a lot. So I have an entire playlist on this channel. I think I can have it pop up at the end for you. And you can kind of go through and see all of the things that List Perfectly does for you in my old tutorials. All right, guys. Go be productive. Go make some money. Try List Perfectly. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.